So this is where 2026 has taken us. So we've got a little theme this year. Next year, well, when I say this year, I mean 2026. But so we are the Ascent. So we are cleared for takeoff, and Anne will know the inside joke there from one of our from one of our trips where we continued to keep saying Ascent on our last altitude check. So it just kind of made sense to make it our 2026 theme. So let's talk about where it's going, and I want you to, feel free to share this information if you feel that this is useful for someone else in your life that you want to bring on to our community here. So after this career of constant pressure and like putting others first, it's so easy to feel like the mission never ends. And I know the invisible weight that you carry because it literally almost ruined my life. Most of you know my backstory. I have it on the internet and on my webpage. But this whole life-changing event for me wasn't just about getting healthy. It was really about setting down the burden and training for a new kind of endurance. And I hope that that is what is resonating with all of you. And that's why you're here to be on just this new mission in life. 2026 is going to be your year to build a sustainable foundation and one that's aimed at wellness. And we're going to do this together one step at a time. So for 2026, our mission is called the Ascent, cleared for takeoff. It's an operation kind of style thing. So it's going to help you move from a place of chronic stress and survival to one of purpose and resilience. So the mission plan, this is how it works. It's a year-long mission to build a life of purpose beyond the uniform. So we start in January 2026, and we're going to lay the groundwork for a new rhythm starting there on forward. The centerpiece of this journey is your personal adventure or a challenging goal that you're going to choose and work toward. And it's not about aimless workouts. It's about training with a purpose, whether it's to summit a Colorado peak with us on one of the highest 14ers, choosing your own goal, like completing a marathon, or coming to Everest Base Camp with us, the Italian Dolomites, wherever we go next year, and just you taking on your new physical challenge to be your best self. And we're doing this as a community. So your community should hopefully feel like you're a new unit. It's an online space where you'll find genuine support from others who have walked a similar path. And it's a space to trade the military gear and the call signs for a new kind of camaraderie, one that's just built on mutual respect and the shared experiences that we've all gone for. So this journey is powered by essential tools for your particular mission. And the things that we're offering are online training modules, classes on mindset, physical resilience, and building healthy habits. You'll have expert guidance. So we've got live Q&A and coaching sessions with those who understand your unique challenges. We have operational exercises, which are monthly challenges to apply your skills and track your progress. And we'll continue to have community meetups. So we have these opportunities to connect and build our relationships. So let's look at how this runs down for 2026. So what we're looking at for the first 90 days, and this starts in January, and we're doing the back home journey. So even though you just did it, going through the back home journey again, every single time that I do this journey with you when I'm teaching it. And every time is a new experience for me. And it's a new time to reevaluate goals, reevaluate where we are, and just kind of refocus and relearn, especially on the neuroscience piece of what's going on. So this is going to be the foundation for everything that follows. So we start this year with the most critical mission, which is resetting your nervous system and understanding your own internal operating system. So during this phase, and you've probably felt this as you've been going through this with me, but to reclaim your calm, we'll continue with the guided training modules. You'll learn the neuroscience behind stress, service-related anxiety, and PTSD. And it's not just theory, it's a practical guide aimed at resetting your own nervous system and managing our flight and fight response. We'll look at our habits, we'll understand the behavioral loops that have been holding us back, and it's about identifying unhealthy coping mechanisms and then replacing them with a new set of tools. And during this phase, you choose your personal adventure for the year. And that's that challenging physical goal that will give you a new purpose. And so again, whether it's summiting a 14er, um, doing a long trek through the Alps, doing backpacking through Grand Tetons, or some other private goal that you will have the upcoming months to train with a clear objective. And then, of course, you engage with us. So by engaging with the community and by committing to your adventure, you get access to our continued online community, which is where you have your new squad. We offer support and accountability right from the get-go. So this phase is all about getting cleared for takeoff and building that internal readiness that you need for your ascent ahead. So let's move on to phase 2. So this is about putting your new knowledge into practice and building the resilience that you need to tackle your adventure. And so for all of us in this group, this is really where we're going to continue to take off and continue to improve upon everything that we just learned in the Back Home program. So through the rest of the year, the mission's supported by a series of specialized training modules and expert guidance. So what we're developing this year is mind and habit training. We are engaging in a Courageous Whisper coaching challenge led by our own retired Air Force NCO, Ellery Rollins. So she's going to help us next year with that stuff. And this is focusing on pushing past internal barriers. So I think it's a really important thing for us to look at. And in addition to her coaching, we're going to have some self-paced book clubs that's going to reinforce the key concepts of wellness and resilience. And spoiler alert, our first 3 books are the ones that I've already referenced from our back home journey. So we'll get to dive into the nutrition, sleep, and science behind what alcohol does to your body on that. Our next big thing that we're adding for next year is a fuel and rest program. So you're going to have access to nutrition classes from retired NYPD officer Samantha Sonnet. She has gone through an amazing medical journey of her own, and she combined nutrition and wellness with also understanding the unique demands of our careers and our lives. And with that, we have challenges. So not only the book club, but we have challenges like an alcohol-free month. We're going to do a sleep hygiene challenge, and all of that is going to optimize our recovery. And I have to add, because this just happened this morning with a meeting, but we are getting a holistic nutrition doctor on board for our team. And he's going to be doing briefings and go through the nutrition challenge with us and teach us about the microbiome and how that connects with the mind. And it's mind blowing how cool this section is going to be. So I am thrilled that he's on board. Physical conditioning, so mind and body, we don't neglect either or. So the centerpiece of this phase is our 16-week mountain athlete program. And this is where you'll begin the hardcore physical training necessary to prepare for your adventure. So mountain summits, long treks, whatever we got going, we're going to train together and get ready for it. And then active recovery. So we'll also focus on a balance of mind and body. I've got a summer yoga and meditation challenge that'll come up next summer. So many online engagement things, and it's a do it all or pick your own adventure. We're just really focusing on building our physical and mental stamina for our final push. And that leads us to phase 3. So this is where you go and pick your adventure. So this is the final push. You'll go on your adventure and you'll basically have the culmination of your personal journey and celebrate your hard-earned success with those that are on your team. So when you go on this adventure, as you can see in the pictures here, we've got a series of pre-planned missions that you can choose from to challenge yourself physically and mentally. And so I'll just kind of go through these here. So we've got in July, we have a 4-day Grand Teton National Park backpacking trip. This is great as a standalone, or if you're going on the Italian Dolomites trek, this is a great training mission for you. So that will be co-led by Michelle. For those that don't know, she helps me run all of our domestic big adventures. And so she's really putting together a great backpacking trip for us. In August, we have Altitude Check. That has been such a fun event, and we've got almost all spaces filled for next year. So if you really want to do that, you need to jump on this quick. But we summit Colorado's highest mountains, and we're offering this year an opportunity to join Advanced Altitude Check, where we're going to summit 4 14ers in one day. That one is really intense. We'll have to select that team because it's unfortunately it's not going to be for everybody, but those that want to train really, really stinking hard and do that, that's a goal that you can aim for with that. In late August, we have the Italian Dolomites trek, which is going to be pretty amazing. I'm working that trip right now, and that should be open in the next week or so. We have an all-women's Everest base camp trek. Unfortunately, that's waitlist only right now, but if you're interested in that, I definitely recommend getting on the waitlist because inevitably we get drops every year just because life happens. So if Everest is on your agenda, don't get discouraged. Like, get on that waitlist and we'll see what we can do. And then we have a Nepal and Bhutan country tour for those that aren't really up for doing any kind of big physical adventures, but still really want to go to an amazing part of the world. And then I don't have a picture of this yet because it's still very much in development, but we are doing a yoga and wellness retreat in June. And again, Ellery there is going to help run that along with Sam, who I mentioned, who does the nutrition. And that weekend, we're still shaping everything up, but it looks like it's going to be yoga, glamping, probably go visit a wolf center, and do some equine therapy. So lots of fun stuff that weekend. It's pretty awesome. And then if none of that is exciting for you, I don't know what to do with you. But you can pick your own mission, and I'm glad to help you align your goal with something that you're just really want to do that year. So I will definitely provide you the guidance and support to achieve your own physical challenge if just none of those trips are in the cards for you this year. And then at the end of the year, we're going to wrap up with a final mission debrief. It's time for us to celebrate our achievements, our victories, and then we'll talk about what's going to happen for the next year in 2027. And that's the point also where I think some of you know, and it's pretty obvious in this group, that if you've got ideas or things that you want or get more involved, I'm always looking for co-trip leaders and, just getting the word out and helping others live the life that they really deserve, because that's what it's all about. So that is where we're going. So what's left for this year? I know I just talked about this year, but you're like, yeah, we're here now. What's going on for the rest of it? So for 2025, we're going to do some challenges still. So it's going to be community challenges. In October, we're going to do a 30-day sleep reset, and it's just going to be committing to 30 days of scheduled sleep and just keep a journal and see how that feels for you. I will keep doing, so we're going to drop our community meetups, like our live meetups, to just one a month through October through December. Part of that's because I will be in Nepal and it's going to be really challenging with times and dates and all that kind of stuff. But I also want to make sure that we keep the momentum and we stay engaged. And then, so these calls, it'll still be an opportunity for us to connect and share our progress and our challenges and victories and all that kind of stuff. But so I talked about October. Let me go back because I'm going on a different tangent here. So November, we're going to do a month of gratitude. Just again, journaling, just getting us in a positive mindset of things that we're grateful for. And then December, we'll just do a microdose of mindfulness to get us through the holidays with a little meditation challenge. So to sign up for these and to get ready for 2026, I'm opening all of our adventures up as I get them set for early bird signups. There's going to be discounts and all that kind of great stuff for you guys to jump on that. But you can basically choose your own path here. You can pick one of the adventures and you get all of the online access in the Mountain Athlete program, or you can just join the community as a standalone and still get the support and be part of the community without actually going on that physical adventure. So kind of options, and I would never want to exclude somebody because they couldn't go on a trip or they didn't want to go on a trip. So we just want to make sure that we're helping everybody get back home that needs to get back home. So I have the QR code here. I will send out, I send this stuff out in email and you guys are all on the list. So you will have access to all that. But that is it for 2026.